reason I adopted the just flood them with stuff. Master P had a new CD coming out every month. I was like, remember, I got in that mode. I was like, bro, just flood them with stuff. They ain't gonna remember everything that was trash from No Limit. We don't remember. We remember
Right.
all the good stuff.
All the hits, yeah.
But we remember that they was putting stuff out like all the time. Like you couldn't tell Master P nothing, boy. Like he wasn't trying to be the best rapper. He was trying to get to where he was at now.
Now,
Like
yeah,
where
he was
he's
trying
at
to get
now.
money. Yeah,
Yeah.
he was trying to get money. That's a fact.
So yeah, man. And then he invested in himself. What do you say? He spent like 25,000 to go just to talk to Michael Jackson for it. I was just like, but he said I needed to get that information. Everybody I'm hanging out with wasn't gonna give me that information. And I think like a lot of times too, people get too offended. Like I hate the whole no new friends concept. You know, I detest that
Right.
whole
Right.
saying because a lot of people like hashtag no new friends. I'm like, no. Yes, keep the friends you got. You still need to make new ones. Like you gotta get new information, new stuff, new connect. Like, yeah, I think when they see you getting new friends, some people they take it as, oh, you switching up on me, or you nah, it ain't
Right.
none of that. Like, you gotta elevate, man. You gotta keep doing it. Like, there's no knock on any friend or nothing. And if they look at it like that, a lot of times they ain't happy with themselves. A lot of times, so it's like they don't want you. Deep down, they may not want you doing better than them or something. But I'm just like, if you really my
That's what
friend,
it is, though. That's what a lot of it is, though. You know, I tell you all
but
the time, one of your phrases, nobody's that nice. It always rings in my head, like when
they're
something's
not.
happening, just like,
Nobody's
okay,
that. I say nobody's that unselfish.
unselfish. That's what it is. Nobody's that unselfish. Okay, what are
They
you
always got
getting
a
at?
hidden agenda. But see, and they have to look at stuff too. If you really my friend, I'm never gonna be. It don't matter where somebody is. If they really your friend, they ain't never gonna look down on you. They ain't. It's just like, hey, yo, I'm doing my thing, you doing yeah. Because success to people is very different. Like
Right, that's
you
true.
can see a mom that's raising 4 kids and doing things like to her that's everything. That's everything to that person.
Right,
To the
right.
next person may be like, well, I want to do this, this, and this. This is success to me. Or somebody's comfortable making. I know plenty of people making 30,000 a year. They want to watch Netflix, go to work, come home, chill, and that they is happy as hell. To
Yeah,
me, you won at life already. You
yeah,
won.
fact.
You
That's a
won.
fact.
If you happy, comfortable with it, don't care what you're doing.
I saw a Safari quote.
You won.
I saw a quote from Safari where he said that he was like, the issue is with, a lot of your favorite rappers and singers and stuff, they got a lot of 20-year-olds thinking they need to, be able to buy their girl a Birkin bag and they need to be living this life.
Yeah.
And it's like, man, no, most of your favorite artists wasn't living that life in their 20s either. You know what I mean? Like, really, it's gonna come. Take your time. So
But see,
I agree.
that's why I like all of us, because most of the people we hang out with, we like the music, but we ain't getting fooled by the music.
No,
When we hear "Buy Your Girl a Birthday Bag," I'm like,
because here's the thing, you know how many of
wait,
them bags is rented, them chains is rented, are
it's all,
fake,
it's all,
them
yeah,
cars is rented, them houses is rented. Like they not living that way. That's a facade for the
yeah.
public image, and then they go back to their
But
regular life.
it's
That's
Mark,
not their
it's
life.
Mark,
Don't worry
it's
about this
about
one IG model. I don't remember her name, but somebody tried to like out her. She went and bought like a real luxurious Airbnb for a day and changed outfits and took pictures in different parts of the Airbnb, and that was
mhm.
gonna be her pictures for the whole month. Like changed a bunch of outfits, different parts of the Airbnb. So the whole month she was gonna be able to just post pictures and make it look as if she was just traveling and doing all this stuff when all that was taken
because
in one day.
because
But
she
to her
knew,
followers,
yeah, she knew she could fool the people that's following her.
fool people.
But see,
Yep.
but my thing with that, I'm not even mad at the person that's doing it. Like
No.
if everybody wants to feed into it and believe it, hey, that's on
Right.
them. I'm all for everybody getting their money. Hey, but like I said, I'm all my main thing for people is find success in something that you like doing. Don't look at somebody else and be like, dang, I wish I was them. Nah, you can't do
Right.
that. That ain't your
Right.
lane. And that's when you get to depression, trying to compare and do it. I'm just like, man, out like perfect example. When we was out Friday. I'm like, everybody there was in their own lane doing their
Yeah.
own thing. They happy doing
Yeah.
what they was doing.
They were doing what they were doing. Yep.
They weren't trying to be no other person but themselves. That's it. No, nobody was there trying to keep up with the Joneses. Everybody was just vibing, having a good time. And when you hanging out like that, ain't nobody sitting around like, oh, so what you doing? What you doing? What you doing? Oh, how much money you make? How much you doing? Nah,
Nope.
real life ain't like that. Everybody
People
just
don't
caught up.
care in real life.
People don't care about stuff like that.
People
They just
don't
want to
care.
hang out.
Are you cool to hang out with? Yes. Okay,
Yes,
cool. Now
that's
we
it.
talking about like the dating scene, what you make what may matter then. But we talking about just hanging out, man, it don't matter, bruh. Stuff does not matter.
And it was a good vibe all night. Everybody was just chilling.
Very good vibe. Very good vibe. Good energy all night.
Yeah, I just think that the depression for a lot of people is when they feel like they gotta keep up with
Because it comes
people.
from, because I know when I was in, my bad state, it was me looking at everybody around me, looking at where I was at in my life and thinking, okay, I'm not where I need to be. You know what I mean? Well, I can just say when I was 25, making minimum wage, living in my parents' house still. Would have at the time I just had my bachelor's. I didn't have my master's yet. So I'm looking like, dang man, I'm supposed to be doing this much, supposed to be doing this. None of my friends that live with their parents. Why do I have to live with mine? Blah blah blah. And just down and up. And 2 years later I was making almost three times as much as minimum wage and out of you know what I mean? And so it's just like, man,
But you know what?
I was
But you know what
depressed
the flip
because I thought I was supposed to be somewhere.
be somewhere else, yeah, instead of where you
Yeah,
was at. But you know what's funny
exactly.
though? On the flip side, it could be somebody living with their parents who still happy. Maybe
You
they
have
just
to. But that's the thing. And that's what I was getting to. My point was I was depressed because of me, because I
yeah,
thought, oh, I need to be somewhere else instead
yeah.
of just embracing the journey. Like, you know what? This is where I'm at right now. I can't afford my own place. I'm living here. It is what it is. But I'm concerned about, well, dang, if I approach a girl, I'm living my parents. Oh, dang, if I do this, I'm living my parents. Like,
Instead of worry about working on yourself, you looking at
instead of focusing on me, because a lot, like you said, depression a lot of times is how other people view you or what you think of other people, and a lot of times people ain't even viewing you that way. You know what I mean? Like, people are like,
they
oh, I'm
really
so
ain't.
fat, and then they ask people, and they're like, you're not fat. You know what I mean? But in your head, you're fat. In your head, you're not good enough. In your head, that's not in other people's head a lot of times.
Nah, it really ain't. That a lot of people like it's what you think people are thinking about you.
Exactly. I heard a quote today actually on TikTok. It was like, nobody has the same perception about you that you have of yourself. Like your perception of yourself and the other people's perception of you is always gonna be two different things. You know what I mean? So it's just like basically stop overthinking it. You know what I mean? Like people don't view you how you view yourself. And that if you view yourself as the top, they probably don't view you as the top.